9 million Americans suffer from.
Life is full of bad surprises, like interrupted broadcasts, or you get a flat tire.
I got the inflator. I'm on my way.
Maybe your dog chews up your boots.
This is a chew toy. This is not.
Or you run out of toilet paper.
It's coming through.
Or you hit a deer. But not every surprise is bad, like being able to find everything you need in one place. Your local farm and home supply.
No other place has it all like Farm and Home Supply.
evening to you. Welcome to high school basketball action on Central Illinois Sports, live tonight from Boschel Gymnasium in Pittsfield, Illinois, as the 5-7 Pittsfield Sockies play host to the 6-7 Pleasant Plains Cardinals. Good evening to you alongside Jack and John Hull. I'm Charlie Hull. This is the Great Rivers Bank pregame show on Central Illinois Sports on what's been a little bit of a snowy few days. Glad to see the gymnasium lit up and warmed up with the teams able to compete here tonight in what looks to be a tough matchup for the Pittsfield Sockies. Even though playing 6-7 on the year, we'll take a look at who they've played so far. This will be a tough one for Pittsfield if they hope to have a chance to compete in the fourth quarter. We'll talk about the matchup on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show after this.
Are you looking to streamline your banking? Great Rivers Bank has just what you need with our streamlined checking and savings accounts. Earn high interest rates or get cash back on debit card purchases with your qualifying account, plus ATM fee refunds. Certain qualifications required. Call or visit our website today at www.greatriversbank.bank to get started. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At Logan Agri-Service, we understand your success starts from the ground up. That's why we've been your trusted partner in agriculture since 1962. From top quality seed and cover crops to fertilizer, crop protection chemicals, and petroleum products, we have you covered. At Logan Ag, we take pride in providing you quality products at competitive prices with service that exceeds expectations. Call us today at 1-800-LOGAN-AG or visit loganag.com.
Okay, would you rather get your presents Christmas morning or in February? That is the difference with Cascom. I'm Casey French, and we offer Santa Speed service at nice list prices. 1 gig of service for new customers for just $99.95 for 6 months, or existing customers can upgrade $109.95 for 6 months. And for a little more holiday cheer, how about free installation? Cascom, 1-800-252-1799. Merry Christmas, and may all your presents arrive Christmas morning.
Kate Marable, real estate broker with Hometown Real Estate, would like to say good luck to all area teams and hopes everyone has a successful and healthy season. When you're in the market for a new home or would like to sell your home, be sure to call Kate Marable. Kate is a lifelong resident of the area and has experience in first-time home buyers, FHA, USDA, and VA loans. Call Kate Marable at 217-370-9809. That's 370-9809 for Kate Marable and Hometown Real Estate.
Welcome back on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show with locations in Pittsfield, Berry, Liberty, and Hannibal. Great Rivers Bank serving the entire area for the best in banking services, and always with you online at greatriversbank.bank. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. The Pittsfield Sockies and the Pleasant Plains Cardinals with our matchup here this evening. A game that was a kind of a coming out party for the Cardinals a year ago. Went on a pretty good streak toward the end of the season, and Pittsfield looking to return the favor here in their home gym tonight. Sockies are 5-7 on the season. Started off the year 3-0 with wins over Western, Camp Point Central, and Liberty to win the Pittsfield Thanksgiving Tournament. Fell on the road to Minden Unity 58-54. Beat Southeastern 42-37. Back-to-back losses against West Central 56-48 and Riverton 57-36 before a win against Griggsville Perry 45-40. The Sockies are currently in a 4-game losing streak, though, as they lost to North Green 42-18, Mercer County 64-36, Canton 44-30, and most recently against Triumph-Pierre Maridocha Chambersburg, Virginia 53-43 in their contest here on Friday night. Their opponent, the Pleasant Plains Cardinals, kind of an uncharacteristic 6-7 for Kyle Weber's crew, but if you take a look at their schedule, they've beaten Monticello 53-45, a win over a good Calvary squad 59-48, lost to Breeze Mater Dei by 2, 41-39, lost to Clinton 50-40, and to Normal U-High 63-42. A loss at home against West Central, who shot the lights out that night, 55-52. Rebounded with a victory at Decatur St. Teresa, 58-54. Lost another tight one, this time to Tolona Unity, 50-45. Beat Dixon, 61-54. Lost to perennial powerhouse Teutopolis, 38-29. Before beating Mattoon, 46-28, falling to LWEHS, 54-48, and then a big win on the 4th. That was a win over at Warrensburg Latham, who's been just beating the brakes off of people this season. And Plains beat them 50-41. Warrensburg led them 14-3 on the year. So kind of an up and down season record-wise, Jack. But you take a look at those scores, and this Pleasant Plains team, a couple of possessions a different way in a few of those games. This is a team that could be, 12-3.
Yeah, this is a team that last year we saw them out-rebound the Sockies about 29-7 or so. They've got some good size. They're aggressive. They played a good schedule. And Coach Weber does a good job getting them prepared for the game, as does Brad Tomei.
It is the Great Rivers Bank pregame show on Central Illinois Sports. We'll step aside to hear from some of the sponsors helping to bring this game to you tonight. Back with more from Boschel's Gymnasium after this.
Cedar Lake Campground has been owned and operated by the Kramberg family for over 50 years. Located off of Highway 24 between Coatesburg and Camp Point, Cedar Lake Campground is a quiet family campground that you're sure to enjoy. With 60 RV spots with water and electric and our 5-acre lake, it's a perfect spot for a weekend spent fishing, spending time with family, and enjoying the great outdoors. Find out more about Cedar Lake Campground on Facebook or call 217-455-4602.
My name's Matt Keplinger. A lot of people call me Kepi. I've been a trainer now for 17 years. When we get the new hires come through the door, I try to treat them like family. This individual right here sent me this today. There's not too many men I admire I can't do it. There's not too many men I admire or that has made an impact in my life, but you've made that list. This is one of the reasons that I love my job, getting messages like this. When my life needed purpose, I chose Dot.
Every day, banks touch every corner of our lives. They support us when we turn life's goals into accomplishments. Goals like opening a small business, buying a home, planting a crop, having a baby. From your first car to life after retirement, Central State Bank is there for all of your life's milestones. CSB is central to your banking needs. Visit us in Clayton, Kinderhook, Pittsfield, Pleasant Hill, and Quincy, or at csb123.com. Central State Bank wishes all of the teams well on the hardwood this week.
Are you planning on building? Let Pike County Lumber help. Whether it's big or small, we have everything you need. We carry all building materials like siding, roofing, cabinets, decking, doors, and windows, just to name a few. We also have plumbing and electrical supplies along with tools. From building your shop, your brand new home, or kitchen and bath remodel, Pike County Lumber is here to help. We're family owned for 3 generations. Pike County Lumber. For all your building needs, come see us in Pittsfield.
You've tried it, I've tried it, everyone needs to try it. Sugar and Smoke, 1258 West Washington in Pittsfield. Open Wednesday through Saturday at 11 a.m. Here's what others are saying. This place is fantastic in every way. Pulled pork, pulled chicken, brisket, ribs on the weekends, the best green beans, appetizers, nachos, pony shoes, pork burgers, celebrating 1 year in business. Sugar and Smoke, it's time to eat. Yum! 217-922-0067.
At Westtown Ford in Jacksonville, Illinois, we have Mavericks, we have Rangers, we have F-150s, 250s, and 350s. If you need help with that perfect look after your purchase, I'm Corey Grinke and I Know Trucks. Come see me at Westtown Ford in Jacksonville, Illinois.
Welcome back on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. Pittsfield and Pleasant Plains here this evening. We'll have action for you tomorrow night right back here at Boschel Gym. High school wrestling. Quincy Notre Dame, Quincy High School, and Pittsfield in a tri-meet. On Thursday, we'll head to Pleasant Hill for girls basketball. A 6 o'clock varsity start time. Pleasant Hill Western playing host to the Pittsfield Lady Sockies. Friday night at Griggsville Perry as the Tornadoes welcome in West Central, the Cougars, to town. It should be a good matchup. And then on Saturday, we'll have all 8 games from the Winchester Invitational Tournament starting at 9 o'clock with the last game scheduled to tip off around 8:30 p.m. We hope you'll join us for all the action on Central Illinois Sports. Here it's the Pittsfield Sockies and the Pleasant Plains Cardinals. And Jack, Sockies have lost 6 of their last 7. They've fallen to 5-7 on the season. And really the biggest thing for Pittsfield has just been the inability to consistently put the ball in the basket.
Yeah, they've just kind of settled on shooting threes, and they haven't been real good at that. But I think the big thing for them is really trying to establish a better aggressive defense. They have not really stepped in front of people and taken a lot of charges. And, that's kind of tradition for the Sockies, that in the back door and, that backdoor trap and doing so many things like that. They've got to get back to the basics there to be able to compete.
Lack of overall height for the Sockies, and while the Cardinals might not have as many tall guys in the starting lineup. They've got some fellas that can come off the bench in a hurry and really put Pittsfield at a size disadvantage.
Yeah, and I noticed they've also got a 6'6" and a 6'3" freshman boy that played on the JV team in a game that ended up 53-30 for Plains, a game that I think Pittsfield was actually leading 12-1 or something like that in the beginning of that one. But need a good, aggressive play. And, the way the Sakis beat a really good Liberty team in a tournament was they got a good start and they made some shots early. They need to do that tonight.
Tougher stretch of the Sakis schedule here coming up in the next couple of weeks here against Plains at Quincy Notre Dame on Friday. That's a game you can watch on the Q&E Raider Network on Friday, by the way. They'll have that action for you from the pit. But yet this month they've got a good Jerseyville squad, a really good Auburn team. I mean, like a really good Auburn team who's going to wreak some havoc in 2A in the postseason, I really believe. So it doesn't get easier for Brad Toma's squad. He kind of went with the youth movement against Triope the other night, gave the team a little bit of a spark, brought them almost all the way back into the contest. And if you're those young guys, you have to take advantage of those opportunities when they come your way.
They actually were down by major double digits, I think maybe 15 points as I watched that game. John reminds us 17 points. It got it down to 1. But then you've got to be able to have enough energy to keep it going from there. And that is so important. For the Sakis, probably not to fall behind by quite as much as they did that night.
We'll step aside here on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show back at Foschel Gymnasium for Pittsfield and Pleasant Plains after this.
Griffin Signs and Time at 122 South 9th Street in Quincy is a full-service sign company that can complete any project, from fully wrapping your entire fleet of vehicles, digital signs, storefronts, to creating small banners and signs. The right and professional signage is the difference of getting the job, heading folks in the correct direction to find you, or creating a brand recognition for potential customers. Put the right signs in your customer's mind with Griffin Signs and Time. Call 217-228-7470.
At Farmer State Bank, we believe in community, teamwork, and success. We're thrilled to announce that we've been named the best place to work in Illinois and the best community bank in America this year. Join us on this winning team where your dreams take center court at Farmer State Bank. We're a team. Discover the difference. The best place to bank, the best place to work. Because when our community wins, we all win. Where community, excellence, and opportunity come together. Farmer State Bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Beard Implement Company, your local Case IH dealer, proudly serving farmers since 1937. We know how important it is to your operation to keep you running. 4 convenient locations in Ashland, Arnsville, Pittsfield, and Hannibal, Missouri. Beard Implement Company, our people, your advantage.
Are you short on time or budget, but your family is hungry? It's time for the Maya Authentic Mexican Restaurant in Pittsfield. Try the Maya Special, a crowd favorite. Delicious grilled fajitas, steaks, nachos Mexicano, salads in the tortilla bowl, the tastiest salsa and cheese sauce around, and the fastest service anywhere. You can afford it. It's the Maya Mexican Restaurant on Washington Street. Call ahead with your order and you can pick it up in the drive-thru 217-285-4526. The Maya Restaurant in Pittsfield.
Shireman Memorials has been serving the area since 2014 with local and affordable memorial and specialty items production. Jason Shireman has over 20 years of experience and is committed to providing his customers with the best experience. With expertise in sandblasting, carving, etching, and design, you will be dealing with someone who has the knowledge and experience to make a memorial your family can be proud of for generations. You'll find Shireman Memorials at 1135 West Washington Street in Pittsfield and online at shiremanmemorials.com.
Welcome back on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. Both teams headed to their respective benches. We'll step aside as they have the national anthem inside Voschel Gymnasium. When we come back, the Farm and Home Supply starting lineups. Stay tuned on Central Illinois Sports.
When you're ready to restock your pantry, go to Kay's Family Food in Camp Point, Illinois. Open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. through 8 p.m. Be proud, Camp Point area. Kay's Family Food is the only locally owned grocery store in Adams County outside Quincy. Delicious donuts daily, great lunch specials, fresh cut meats, fresh produce. Kay's Family Food are committed to the area and the school. When you support your local store, they can support you and your school and community. When you need to restock, think of Kay's Family Food, 593-6814.
Meet water's bubblier and more energetic best friend, Bubbler. Say cheese. With antioxidants, natural caffeine, and 0 grams of sugar, Bubbler has benefits in each bubble.
Petty Construction and owner Joe Petty, specializing in commercial and residential roofing systems. They design, build new homes and additions and renovations to your home. Interior and exterior renovations are their specialty. Petty Construction and Joe Petty have the experience in building you are looking for. Call 217-779-6384 or on the web at joe.petty@pettyconstruction.com. Building your community one job at a time.
For nearly 40 years, the Niebuhr Funeral Home has been serving our area with professionalism and compassion. This is our business, our hometown. You can be assured we take great personal pride in serving your family in your time of loss. We're locally owned. We're your friends and neighbors. We care about you and your family. Niebuhr Funeral Home, with locations in Pittsfield and Barry, serving our community with compassion and respect.
9 million Americans suffer from.
Life is full of bad surprises, like interrupted broadcasts, or you get a flat tire.
I got the inflator. I'm on my way.
Maybe your dog chews up your boots.
This is a chew toy. This is not.
Or you run out of toilet paper.
Who's coming through?
Or you hit a deer. But not every surprise is bad, like being able to find everything you need in one place. Your local farm and home supply.
No other place has it all like Farm and Home Supply.
Time to take a look at the starting lineups brought to you by Farm and Home Supply. From snacks and hoodies to power tools and lawn chairs. Of course, all of your snow removal and ice removal as well. It's Farm and Home Supply. Learn more at farmandhomesupply.com. Pleasant Plains, the Cardinals, Kyle Weber's team, 6-7 on the year. They will start at a guard. He's a 5'11 senior. That's Traeger Schultz. At a second guard, he's a 6-foot junior in Grady Grisham. And the third guard is the 6'2 senior Cooper Schallenberg. Out of forward, he's a 5'10 senior, Sean Lauder. At the other forward, the 6-foot junior, Owen Johnson. Johnson, Lauder, Schallenberg, Grisham, and Schultz for the Pleasant Plains Cardinals. For the Pittsfield Sockies, Brad Tomave's team 5-7. They'll start at a guard, a 5'10 junior, Hayden Gratton. At a second guard, the 5'10 junior, Rigston Bonds. And at the third guard, he's a 5'11 junior, Carter Frazier. Taylor Graham starts at the fourth guard spot for the Sockies. He's a 5'10 junior, and at forward is the 6'2 senior Clayton Reinhardt. Reinhardt, Graham, Frazier, Bonds, and Gratton for Pittsfield. That's a look at the Farm and Home Supply starting lineups. We tip it off from Boschel Gymnasium next.
From competitive youth sports to high school and college athletes to fitness enthusiasts, sports injuries can easily put you on the sidelines. Our orthopedic surgeons and sports medicine physicians are here to diagnose and treat your sports injuries should they arise. Every step of your journey matters to us. And when life throws you a curveball, trust Blessing Health's orthopedics and sports medicine team to get you back in the game. At Blessing Health, we've got you covered from head to toe.
Your Jeep, truck, and SUV are only as good as the tires and rims they run on. On or off-road, go full throttle.
The Liquor Booth is your home for a huge selection of beer, wine, and spirits. The Liquor Booth has 2 locations in Quincy, 3520 Broadway and 1500 North 12th Street. The Liquor Booth, where it's always happy hour.
Welcome back to Boschel Gymnasium. Pleasant Plains in the visiting charcoal gray uniforms, kind of an alternative uniform color for this Pleasant Plains squad.
At least they're white numbers so I can read them.
Well, that's why they got them this way. And
That's right.
Pitts within the whites tonight. The tip is up and controlled by the Cardinals. As they'll match up against the Pittsfield man-to-man as Johnson's got the ball out top. Bounces to Schultz on the right wing. Looking to the post, now out between the circles to Schallenberg. Cooper Schallenberg, a good multi-sport athlete for this team and program.
He had a bunch last year.
Johnson on the drive, little runner up high glass, no good. Rebound fought for and pulled down by Graham for the Sockies. He'll turn and take it into the front court himself now. Graham, the leading scorer on the season for Pittsfield. Gets it to Gratton, backdoor pass to Frazier, had trouble with the catch, couldn't finish at the rim, and Grisham has the board for the Cardinals. Schallenberg on the dribble into the front court for Pleasant Plains. Both teams missing a higher percentage shot opportunity on their first time down the court. Ball comes top of the key to Grisham, and he'll shout out some instructions for his teammates here way out near that half-court line. Good to see Clayton Reinhardt back out there for the Sockies after battling some ailments. Here's a dribble drive in. Shot up the window is good. Traeger Schultz puts the Cardinals on the board. And it's 2-0 Plains on the Ridgeline Sales Group scoreboard with 6:50 to play in the first.
Grandma and Grandpa Kaufman sitting back home watching the game. They're glad to see their grandson get a couple at the beginning.
Frazier with it on the right side to Graham. Looks in the paint now to Reinhardt. Gets a reverse back to Carter Frazier. Down low, tried to find Graham. Ball is batted out of bounds here by Schultz. And it'll stay with the Sockies on the baseline. Who's going to take the ball out of bounds? It'll be Gratton this time. Looking. He'll get it in the corner to Frazier. To Graham. Thought about the three. Now back to Frazier on a little pass on the wing. 6:24 to play in the first. 2-0 Plains on top. Here's Gratton. Threw it to the corner. There was nobody home. And a turnover on the Sockies is their first of the night. It's about that spot. Barb Reinhardt was here to catch the ball against Riverton. And he knew she was a shooter and was going to get it back to her, but Barb was not in attendance. Into the front corner with it is Schallenberg. Left side, Johnson. He gets down the baseline. Now stopped there by Reinhardt. Back out to Schultz. Ball handoff came from Louder that time. To Schallenberg. Kicks to the wing. Right side three. Johnson lines it up and knocks it down. And puts the Cardinals on top 5-0. Nice confident look from the wing by Owen Johnson, the 6-foot junior for Pleasant Plains. Cardinals out of the gates lead 5-0 on the Ridgeline Sales Group scoreboard. Here's a dribble drive by Bonds. Tries a little floater up, no good. Rebound tipped down to the hands of Johnson. Doesn't have numbers, so he'll slow it up a bit for Pleasant Plains. Out top, Grisham. He'll put it on the deck, drive inside, go to the spin move. Kick it left side. Here's Louder for three. It's good from downtown. And the Cardinals race out to an 8-0 start. Timeout of the court. We'll take a 2 on the Adams Network. Timeout. 5:26 to play in the first. It's Pleasant Plains 8, Pittsfield 0. Sockies have the basketball after the timeout taken by their head coach Brad Tomave on the Adams Network timeout. For the fastest internet that doesn't buffer no matter what life throws at you, it's Adams Fiber. They're local and providing the ultimate internet experience. Visit followthefiber.net. Here's Graham on the dribble drive. He'll rise and shoot. Missed it short. Rebound fought for. Goes out of bounds off of the Cardinals. It was a battle between Frazier and Schallenberg. And now they'll say it goes off of Frazier out of bounds and heads to Pleasant Plains. Here's Bernard into the game. Colin Bernard, the 5-foot, 10-inch freshman, and he'll sit down Carter Frazier. 5 minutes to play in the first. 8-0 the lead for the Cardinals. On to a double team. Johnson tries to throw out of it. It's stolen away by Gratton. Turnover the first of the ball game against Pleasant Plains. Here's Graham, top of the key, turns down the three. Over to Bonds, back to Graham. Left side sets it up and knocks it home. Puts Pittsfield on the board with a three-pointer. Nice job, little in and out game that time by the Sockies to get their first bucket of the ball game.
On the Ridgeline Sales Group scoreboard.
Right side, here's a three trying to answer. No good by Schultz. Rebound to Reinhardt. He'll get it to Bernard. Quickly into the front court comes the freshman. Off to Graham. He's feeling it now from downtown. Left it off the front of the iron and the rebound to Schultz. Schultz brings it across for Pleasant Plains. I've not seen this uniform style for the Cardinals. Usually a blue, kind of a royal blue. Is a nice take by Grisham. Puts it up and in for two to extend the lead back out to 7 for Pleasant Plains.
Yeah, blue and red usually is what you see with them.
But you see a lot of these alternative uniforms. Like Quincy has a kind of a sleek black look of one of their road uniforms. I kind of like the other opportunity. Pittsfield has a black uniform now. Here's the ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Sockies.
City uniform?
City Connect, yeah, I think so. Here comes Bobby Harris into the game. He is a 6-foot junior. He replaces Clayton Reinhardt for the Sockies. 3:44 to play in the first and a 10-3 score. Harris with it. Out to Graham, now over to Grant. Grant looks to take his man off the dribble, kicks to the wing, and Graham had it poked away by Johnson. He'll run it out near the half-court line. Over to Grattan, tries to turn the corner. Right side, here's Bernard for a three, and it's good. Bernard with the tray. And cuts the Plains lead to 4. Like to see the confidence of that young freshman growing if you're Brad Tombe. Schultz with it out front for the Cardinals. Pittsfield still in a man-to-man on the defensive side. Left side, Schallenberg fakes now, drives, kicks to the wing. Johnson gets his feet set, and he'll hit from downtown. His second 3 of the ball game, and the lead right back out to 7 for Pleasant Plains. Tell you what, we've seen both the times he's been able to get those shoulders square and the feet where he wants them. He's a pretty good shooter as Johnson. Here's Graham trying to answer. Back iron, no good. Skying high for the board is Grisham. He'll turn and take it quickly into the front court on the dribble drive. Shovels it out right side. Louder for 3. Off the mark this time. Rebound down to Harris for the Sockies. Pitts with a look to slow the pace a bit here. Down by 7 with 2:29 to play in the opening period. Graham to Bonds on the left side. Looks out top, Graham. Little hesitation dribble. Now he's picked it up to Bonds. He'll get Bernard involved and set the play back in motion here. On the right side, Graham tries the baseline move into a triple team. Ball knocked loose, and a turnover here on the Sockies. They're second of the ball game. Schultz into the front court on the drive. Off to Johnson. Thought about the deep 3, but turns it down. Now they'll try the lob into Gresham. Kicks it to the wing, Louder. Extra pass to Schallenberg. He'll drive and is fouled on the floor. First foul of the contest here with 1:52 to play in the first quarter.
Harris will pick up the first foul of the ball game. It'll be ball out of bounds Plains. They'll put into the game Nolan Scott and Xander Smith.
Ball out of bounds on the baseline for the Cardinals, up by 7. Connor Sweeting came in for Pittsfield as Graham took a chair. Schallenberg with it on the wing to Grisham. Looks to help facilitate from the high post. Now puts it on the deck, kicks it out. Here's a 3, Nolan Scott on the spot. He's quickly into the game and puts the Cardinals up by 10, their largest lead of the contest on the Ridgeline Sales Group scoreboard with 1:25 to play in the first.
4 of 6 from 3, and you got to have a hand in their face when they're shooting them that hot.
Here's Grattan going to try to go to work in the paint. Nope, instead pulls it back out to Sweeting, top of the key. They kind of dare him to shoot it, and he can. He'll try the drive in, has the size advantage, now needs some help. Pass on the left side comes to Grattan. He'll get an open look from 3, clangs out the iron, no good. Bernard tipped it, and it goes out of bounds. It'll head the way of the Cardinals.
Carter Frazier back into the game. He'll sit Rigston Bonds down. Sockies are 2 for 5 from the arc, 2 for 8 from the field on the night. So both their buckets are 3-pointers.
A chance for Plains to extend on this 10-point lead with a minute to play in the first. Johnson has the ball, works it out top to Schallenberg. Out of the ball screen, still on the bounce. Now Grisham will come up and set another. Schallenberg, solid football player, good baseball player, drives in, puts a shot up, no good. Good defense, rebound though down to Grisham. He'll put it back up, won't fall, but he'll head to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Foul will go against the Sockies, and it will be against Carter Frazier, his first, team's second. Clayton Reinhardt waits to check in on the dead ball. Schultz with 3 boards and a 2-pointer on the night, misses the first free throw.
This is Grady Grisham.
Grisham, I mean.
Yeah. If you're a buyer searching for the perfect home or a hunter passionate about the outdoors, Ridgeline Sales Group is here to help you capitalize on your investment. Contact Ridgeline Sales Group, LLC, 217-285-5800.
Grady Grisham makes the second. He's got 3 points and the lead, the biggest, 17-6 on the Ridgeline Sales Group scoreboard.
He'll sit down as Schultz is back in. Also into the contest is Luke Schwartz, a 6'3 junior for the Cardinals, as they enjoy an 11-point lead with 40.9 seconds to play in the first. Grattan will walk it up for the Sockies. Kicks it toward the right wing. Out top, Sweeting. Gets the ball reversed. Bernard on the left-hand side. Both teams have been in the man most of the contest. We'll get it to Reinhardt on the baseline. Kicks it out top to Frazier. He'll try the drive. Left it to Sweeting. Had to put it on the deck now here. With 15 seconds to play. He'll put up a turnaround shot. It's way off the mark, and the rebound comes down to Sweeting. Bounce pass down low to Reinhardt. Hit him in the shins. Goes out of bounds, and a turnover on Pittsfield, their third. We'll give it to Plains with 8.7 seconds to play in the period. Allow Schallenberg to come back in and allow the Cardinals to try to beat this first quarter buzzer. Grisham also going to check back into the game for the Cardinals. 8.7 seconds to play in the first. Schultz will bring it up. Double team comes his way, works out of it to Johnson. Johnson, the C's part, and he goes up and in for two. He's got an early 8 for Pleasant Plains, and after one, it's the Pleasant Plains Cardinals leading the Pittsfield Sockies here on Central Illinois Sports, 19-6.
In a world that seems to be out of control, your friends at First Christian Church of Pittsfield, Illinois want you to know that the hope of God's love reaches out to you. God loves you and He has a purpose for your life. If you'd like to learn more about this, we invite you to join us at 8 a.m. or at 10:30 on Sunday mornings at 225 North Memorial Street in Pittsfield, or online at fccpittsfield.org, our Facebook page, or our YouTube channel. First Christian Church of Pittsfield, Illinois, a safe place to learn and grow.
Stotzi Automotive and Tire, located at 201 Adams Street in Camp Point, Illinois, is your local automotive repair shop. Whether you need an oil change, brake job, alignment, engine repair, or new tires, Stotzi Automotive is here with honest and competitive pricing. Call Reagan and his team today to schedule your appointment. 217-740-5010. That's 217-740-5010 for Stotzi Automotive and Tire.
Ready to start quarter number 2. Pittsfield will have the basketball, but they find themselves down by 13.
7 of 11 is Plains from the field. 4 of 6 from the arc. 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Pittsfield 2 of 8, 2 of 5, and have not shot a charity shot yet. They trail by their biggest margin of 13 right now.
Sockies on the attack with Bonds, Frazier, Reinhardt, Graham, and the fifth man is Connor Sweeting. Bonds way out near the half-court line, bodied up by Grisham, playing the good D, and they'll say too much there, and gets called for the arm bar. First foul of the game against the Cardinals.
Grisham's team first as we start the second quarter just underway.
A fairly clean game by these two teams so far.
Last year, by this time, I think Schallenberg had a bunch. I don't remember the big guy's name last year, but he had a lot of boards, too.
Here's Bonds. He'll try the pass. It's stripped and stolen away here by Nolan Scott. Scott takes it away, and he'll look to bring it up for the Cardinals. Cardinals with Schallenberg, Johnson, Scott, along with Grisham. And the fifth man is Traeger Schultz, who's going to get a good look from three. The left-hander lets it fly and knocks it down with a smooth stroke of that left hand and gives the Cardinals a 22-6 lead as Schultz now with an early 5 for Pleasant Plains. On the Ridgeline Sales Group LLC scoreboard. Thanks to our friends Chris Nichols and his good team at Ridgeline Sales Group for being our scoreboard sponsor here on Central Illinois Sports. Frazier has it out top. Bounce pass to Graham. He'll try the drive inside. Tough shot. Can't get it to go. Rebound down to Schallenberg. He'll work it over to Schultz. 22-6 is the Pleasant Plains Cardinals advantage. Here's an entry pass. They try to find Gresham. Knocked away by Bonds. Into the contest for the Cardinals. Xander Smith returns. Also for Pittsfield, we'll see Hayden Gratton check back into the lineup.
Cooper Schallenberg playing that tough defense out front and keeping the Sockies from getting into their offense in the early going here.
Pass in the corner goes to Schallenberg. Works off of the screen from Gresham. Might have had him on the roll as the Sockies were a little slow in communicating. Here's Schallenberg now for a three, no good, but Gresham hustles down the second chance opportunity for the Cardinals. He'll keep the bounce with 6:16 to play in the half. Spins on the baseline. The strongest ball handler, but he'll do. Here's a shot left side by Schultz, no good. Rebound tipped out, and Gresham will be called over the back.
His second, team second of the ball game. He'll sit down. Into the ball game comes Luke Swartz for the first time tonight. He's a 6'3" junior.
He said, Coach, the referee's picking on me. We only have 2 fouls, and I have both of them.
Well, he did a good job getting that one as he swatted over the top and hit the man in Carter Frazier, who had good position.
Frazier sat down for Pittsfield as into the contest is Jaron Lawson for the Sockies, the 5'10" senior.
Haven't seen him in a while. Since the Minden game, I think.
Fighting some injuries. Here's Graham with it, out top to Grattan. Grattan lets it fly from straight on. It hits the side of the backboard. And they'll say that as Schultz got the rebound, that foot kind of slipped out from under him and hits the baseline. So give him a rebound, but then a turnover. He'll take a chair to take a look at that ankle as back into the contest comes Sean Louder.
Looks like he's doing okay. Has 5 points, couple of boards. Turnover number 2 on Plains.
Inbounds pass. Graham will get it. He'll go up and score. 2 for the Sockies on Welly, nicely. That was a good inbounds play is what we're trying to say.
Stopped a 12-0 run by Plains.
Here's a pass down low, now knocked away, and Graham trying to still secure it. We'll get a jump ball. It'll go to Pleasant Plains on the alternating possession arrow, but good hustle out there by Graham for the Sockies.
Like the fact that Graham was on the floor, but there were 3 Cardinals on the floor, and the rest of the Sockies standing there kind of watching the play. Owen Johnson into the contest. Here comes Nolan Scott to take a chair for just a little while.
Basketball to the Cardinals, leading 20-8. Johnson has got 8 points, all in the first quarter, including that shot that beat the first quarter buzzer. Schallenberg with it, trying to go in the corner to Smith. It's over his head and out of bounds. A turnover on Pleasant Plains is their third.
Little zig and a zag, and they just weren't on the same page that time. Nice job by the Socky singers singing the national anthem tonight. One of the best we've heard this year.
Grattan will bring it up for the Sockies with 5:09 to play in the half. Looking to get a little flow going on this offensive side. Instead, they'll have a turnover. Schallenberg on the run out into the front court. Has it knocked away from behind by Graham to get back and knock it out of bounds. Didn't want to give up the easy 2. Stays with Pleasant Plains on the baseline.
5th turnover on the Sockies, 3 on the Cardinals.
Sockies find themselves down big like they were Friday night against Triopia. Here's Schallenberg for a 3, no good. And that's with Plains not necessarily shooting the ball as well here in the second quarter. They were red hot in the first.
Bond's had good position, but you got to back the man out.
Here's Schallenberg with a second chance opportunity for the Cardinals. Louder was calling for it. He'll line it up. Shot no good. Rebound again is a tie-up now, and it'll head the way of Pittsfield as Lawson and Schwartz battled for the board.
Schwartz had a little size on him, but that time Lawson was very aggressive and got the ball for the Sockies.
Ball heads the way of Pittsfield, down 22-8. Just over 4:30 to play in the half. Grattan brings it into the front court. He'll get it back from Bonds. Brings it around the horn to Graham. Graham looking for a driving lane. Spin move, goes to that left hand. Shot no good. And the rebound to Johnson. He's quickly into the front court for the Cardinals. Had a man come behind him, so had to pick it up. To Schallenberg, and he's bumped in, fouled by Lawson.
Lawson will pick up his first team foul of the second quarter on the floor. Ball goes away of the Cardinals. 22-8, 4:07 left in the half on the Ridgeline Sales Group scoreboard show. Thank you to Chris Nichols and his staff.
Trekker Schultz is back into the contest, as is Xander Scott for the Cardinals. Here's Schallenberg going to try to go to work in the paint. Nice defense by Grattan. Ball comes back on the right wing to Smith.
Sockies are a lot more aggressive than they were in the first quarter.
Schallenberg, top of the key, Schultz. Over to Scott. Nolan Scott on the drive. Off to Johnson, 3:45 to play in the half. Cardinals the big lead, looking for a good shot here to expand on it. Skip pass, right side, Schultz. The lefty again from the wing, this time off the mark. And Bonds with the board for Pittsfield is first. He'll get it to Graham into the front corner for the Sockies. Trying to crack the double-digit plateau. Here's Bonds, off to Graham. Graham on the drive, spins left, uses the little fade away and gets it to go. Another 2 for Taylor Graham to make it 22-10.
He's got 7 of the 10 for Pittsfield.
Schallenberg has it on the wing for the Cardinals. Kicks it off of the right side. That's Scott. Lost it on the way in. Now it's a scrum for it. Reinhardt down on the floor. As was Scott, and the possession arrow favors the Cardinals. They'll get it on the baseline. Allows a couple of new men to check into the game. Bobby Harris and Colin Bernard back in for Pittsfield. On the other side, back in Louder for the Cardinals. Both teams doing a good job of keeping fresh legs on the floor here. Just under 3 minutes to play in the half. Here's a three. Schallenberg off the mark. Cardinals have gone cold from the three-point line in the second quarter. They still, though, hold a 12-point lead. Here's Graham on the drive, and a bump and a foul going to be called against Sean Louder.
Louder will pick up the foul, his first, team third of the quarter. Ball out of bounds, Pittsfield underneath, said Doug Elledge, the official.
Pretty good crew. John Shepard, Dwayne Kerfman, Doug Elledge.
Good as you'll find anywhere.
Inbounds pass comes to Grattan, but they'll say he was bumped by Schultz before the inbounds pass could occur.
His first, team fourth. We'll see this crew over at the Winchester tournament, I would imagine, on Saturday in those 8 games.
All 8 of them?
Probably. Doug Ellis doesn't want to do 8 of them anymore. He's as old as me.
I don't know a lot of guys that want to call 8 games in a day.
I hear they're going to use the shot clock over there.
Here's a ball knocked loose and stolen away. Johnson with a takeaway for Pleasant Plains.
6 turnovers now in Pittsfield.
Be the first time in the 100+ years of the tournament the shot clock was in play. Huh? Here's Johnson, left wing, 3 ball on the way. Off the mark this time, and Bonds with his board. The second of the night. He'll take the ball into the front court, then retreat the ball into the back court. And I think Doug Elledge actually said, you know what, I don't think he was all the way in. I made a mistake, and he's going to say that now. And Pittsfield, look at the ball right back here.
All 3 points have to be, both feet and the ball have to be in the front court, and the feet were on either side of the line. You know, sometimes you just got to admit, hey, I wasn't right on that one. Kids are quick, you know. They'll fool you.
2:10 to play in the half. Here's Harris with the basketball, the high post. Hands it off to Bonds. Right side, Graham. To Harris on the baseline. Over to Graham, looking for an opening in this offense. They've been tough to come by here tonight. 1:45 to play in the half. Pittsfield down by 12. And now near steal, and it will be a steal by Schallenberg. Good hustle by him. His coach calls the timeout on the Adams Fiber timeout. 1:41 to play in the half. Plains will have it when we come back up 12.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You've heard that phrase many times. And Rod Prentice in Pittsfield, your State Farm agent, is the guy you can count on to be your friend and neighbor in the insurance business. He has a complete line of insurance available for you from State Farm Insurance. You can reach him at 217-285-6930. Our family trusts Rod Prentice with all of our insurance needs. Stop by their office on Washington Street and see the girls. And Rod Prentice, your State Farm agent, 217-285-6930.
1:46 to play in the half. 22-10 the Pleasant Plains lead. Cardinals are going to get the basketball thanks to the good hustle of Cooper Schallenberg getting on the floor after it, and the quick timeout call from Kyle Weber. Hey, I want to remind you about our friends at Bowler's Universe in Pittsfield. They're open every Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Fridays until midnight, Saturdays 4 to midnight. Check out their great lunch special. Tomorrow it's the $7 burger and fry basket at Bowler's Universe in Pittsfield. Louder with it for the Cardinals, up by a dozen with 1:30 to play in the half. Johnson gets it down low, lets the defender fly by and puts it in for 2.
Double figures for Johnson with 10 now.
Well executed play by the Cardinals. Give Schallenberg the assist on that as well. And the lead for Pleasant Plains is 14 on the Ridgeline Sales Group LLC scoreboard. Here's Bernard on a little bit of a circus shot and puts it up and in with a spin. He's got 5 off the bench. Schallenberg near the sideline, opposite the scorer's table. Looks to turn the corner. Gets it on the wing to Scott for three. No good. Rebound batted out of bounds by Louder. It'll be Saki basketball with 52 ticks to play in the half.
Harris had really good position on that, but when the ball came down, he needed to go after it, and instead it got knocked out by the Plains player, a little bit more aggressive.
Grattan into the front court for the Sakis with 41 seconds to play in the half. Here's Bonds on a drive. He gets it caught up, and a jump ball going to be called that'll stay with the Sakis on the alternating possession arrow.
Might have caught a break there. Might have had an extra step or two, possibly.
It'll be Pittsfield basketball, though, on the baseline. 39.6 seconds to play in the half, trailing by 12. Inbounds pass, kicked out of bounds. It'll go back again to Pittsfield underneath.
Lady Sakis are back in the gym now after a win over Payson tonight.
79-22 was the win in that contest for the Lady Sakis. And here's a steal on the inbounds play by the Cardinals. Turnover number 6. 8. Who do we appreciate? 31 seconds to play in the half. You can do that little signal with your finger all you want. I only saw it out of the corner of my eye. Here's a dribble drive by Johnson, and he's wrapped up as Bobby Harris having a little trouble keeping up with him for a moment.
Second foul on Harris. Into the ball game comes Grady Gresham, who's got 3 points and 4 rebounds on the night. He sits down Nolan Scott. On the other side, Bobby Harris sits down. Lawson back in.
And bounce pass comes to Johnson on the wing. He'll get it to Louder. Now Schultz. Good ball movement by this Plains squad all night. You can tell a lot of very unselfish players out there. They don't care who scores in as long as the team gets the points. 8 seconds now. Schallenberg held by Bernard.
Colin Bernard picks up his first, team foul number 3. 6.2 seconds left in half, 24-12 Plains. Pittsfield needs a stop here.
Johnson looks to Louder in the backcourt. He'll bring it across. Dribble drive, kicks to the wing. Schultz for 3. In and out, no good as the buzzer sounds. And we head to halftime in the Little Chess Motors halftime show, where the Pleasant Plains Cardinals enjoy a 24-12 lead over the Pittsfield Sakis. Back with halftime stats and more on Central Illinois Sports.
Your friends at Little Jess Motor Company are proud to sponsor today's halftime show. As you start to wrap up your presents at Little Jess, we're ready to wrap up the year. What better way to show your love than by giving the gift of a new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram from Little Jess? During the Wrap Up the Year sales event, you can save up to $10,000 on a 24 Jeep Wagoneer with select competitive model. Get a new $60,000 2025 Ram Crew Cab Bighorn for just $49,325. Looking for a new Wrangler to get you through the snow? Drive one for just $499 per month. Season's greetings from Little Jess, serving the Tri-States for 7 decades.
I'm Chris Nichols, managing broker and owner at Ridgeline Sales Group, LLC. Are you interested in buying or selling real estate? With over 100 years of combined managing broker experience, Ridgeline Sales Group has assembled a team that can help you with any of your real estate needs. From first-time home buyers to seasoned farm investors, we represent buyers and sellers all across West Central Illinois, helping to make their real estate dreams come to life. Give us a call today at 217-285-5800 or jump on our website at ridgelinesalesgroup.com.
Best Systems Auto Sales, located at 802 West Washington Street in Pittsfield between Best Systems Car Wash and O'Reilly Auto Parts, is the place to go for your next pre-owned vehicle purchase. Check out this deal from Best Systems Auto Sales. This 2021 Ford Escape has 102,352 miles, is all-wheel drive, has leather interior, a lane departure warning system, and forward collision system. It is priced to sell at $19,250. Contact Best Systems Auto Sales to take a test drive. 217-939-7664.
From bag to field to bin, Prairieland FS is your home for quality seed. We treat it right here at one of our local facilities, deliver it right to your farm, and then provide the propane to fuel your bins. Have confidence in what you're putting in your engine with our energy specialist. They're focused on maximizing power, fuel efficiency, and engine protection to keep you going. We're neighbors serving neighbors. Prairieland FS, your leading supplier of choice.
Brian Dickut Trekking, LLC has been in business since 1995. Brian Dickut Trekking offers hauling of liquid and dry fertilizer, grain, rock, feed, lime, with local and long-distance hauling. Brian Dickut Trekking is located at 1878 East 2100 Street, Camp Point. Call them at 217-257-8302. That's 257-8302. Long dumps, short dumps, hoppers, and tanks. When you need it hauled, trust the experts at Brian Dickut Trekking, LLC in Camp Point. They deliver.
Welcome back on the Little Jess Motors halftime show. A 24-12 lead for the Pleasant Plains Cardinals on top of the Pittsfield Sockies here at the halftime break. Halftime stats brought to you in part by Waters Concrete. Tim Waters offers quality concrete for your new build, driveways, decorative patios, sidewalks, anything with concrete. It's Waters Concrete, ready to serve you. Call 309-252-1052 for Waters Concrete. Take it away, Jack.
Well, at halftime here, 24-12. Pittsfield 5 of 15 from the field, 33%, 2 of 6 from the arc, 33%. Haven't shot a free throw. They've turned the ball over 8 times. 2 fouls on Bobby Harris, a single foul on Carter Frazier, 1 on Colin Bernard, and 1 on Jaron Lawson. Pleasant Plains turned it over 3 times in the first half. They're 9 of 22, 40.9%, 5 of 11 from the arc, 45%, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. And they have 2 fouls on Grady Gresham, a single foul on Trigger Schultz, and 1 on Sean Louder. It's 24-12, Pleasant Plains at halftime in the Little Jess Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram halftime show. We're back with more after these.
Press Yours On You would like to wish all the area teams the best of luck this season. If you are looking to get team shirts or spirit wear for yourself, remember Press Yours On You. We have over 1,400 square feet of retail space, so pop in and see what we have to offer. Decoration methods we offer include screen printing, embroidery, laser engraving, and banners. The Walker family has proudly owned and operated Press Yours On You for over 18 years. Being a small-town business, our goal is customer satisfaction. We would like to thank everyone who has supported us. As always, thank you for supporting local.
The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, with locations in Griggsville, Mount Sterling, and Pittsfield. Maybe you ask, why choose Farmers National Bank of Griggsville? The answer is simple. Local people, local decisions, and local commitment with local investments. We have many products and services to meet your needs. We invite you to find out more about us. Go to fmbgriggsville.com and explore all the services we offer. Visit any of our 3 friendly locations in Mount Sterling, Griggsville, and Pittsfield today. The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, local people helping local people, member FDIC. Camp Point Central Sports are proud to have Dear Wester Grain as a sponsor of this broadcast. Dear Wester Grain, there for you for all your grain and feed needs. Why don't you give them a call and check out all the locations of Dear Wester Grain? With locations in Golden, Paloma, Mount Sterling, Clayton, La Prairie, Liberty, Industry, Carthage, and Blandonsville. For more information, call Dear Wester Grain Services 696-4461. That's 696-4461, or on the web at dearwestergrain.com. Ridgeline Sales Group halftime score 24-12. Pleasant Plains Cardinals over the Pittsfield Sockies. Sockies in the first half. Taylor Graham had 7 points, 5 from Colin Bernard. And that's all the scoring for the Sockies. Owen Johnson had 10 with 2 rebounds for Pleasant Plains. A 3 from Sean Louder, a 3 from Nolan Scott, a 2-pointer and a free throw from Grady Gresham, and a 3 and a 2 from Trace Schultz for 5 for him. That's the scoring in the first half. This is the Little Jess Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram halftime show. They're located right across from Quincy High School. They'll help you with all your car buying needs. 3431 Main Street in Quincy, littlejessmotor.com. We're back with more on the halftime show on Central Illinois Sports. Damon Plumbing, serving all of Pike County and the surrounding area with quality residential and commercial plumbing services. Make sure you include the Damon guys to get it right the first time. Residential and commercial, new builds, or existing. Call Braden at 217-491-5415 or Doug at 217-617-2318. Damon Plumbing, recommended by our family for your family. Welcome to Douglas Automotive and Tire, your expert truck and car repair center in Pittsfield, Illinois. We provide full service from oil changes to new tires and everything in between. Contact us today to schedule service. We're located at 303 West Jefferson Street in Pittsfield, Illinois. Call 217-922-0064. That's 217-922-0064. Britton and the gang know cars, and if you need repairs, call Douglas Automotive today for all your repairs.
Fostered Farm Equipment has served our community since 1986, carrying the quality brands you know and trust. Now in our second generation, we are proud to continue our family's legacy of quality customer service from showroom to field. We offer new, used, and consignment sales, so whether you're working 1 acre or 1,000, we have something for every operation. Our customers work hard. That's why we work hard to keep America's farmer in the field and not in the shop. We look forward to serving our community and customers for decades to come.
United Community Bank has been serving our community in banking since 1973 and is a proud member of the Pittsfield Strong United community. UCB brings you the latest banking technology, security, and convenience you expect, delivered with friendly local service you deserve from your community bank. UCB invites you to stop in for a visit at number 1 Professional Plaza in Pittsfield, or you can find them online at ucbbank.com. United Community Bank, the leader of community banking, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Sign up for a Saki Rewards debit card. When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. That's why we know what it takes to succeed both on your balance sheet and in your life. It takes the right financial partner who looks at where you are now and where you want to go and design a financial plan to take you there so you can achieve the life you're after today and every day after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Sheila Davidsmeyer today. Her office is located at 311 West Washington in Pittsfield, Illinois, or visit SheilaDavidsmeyer.nm.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
GSI grain bins are built using the highest strength steel available. This allows you to store more grain to maximize your profitability and efficiency. Buy one now and receive our winter discount program. Mixer Lumber Company, your GSI grain bin dealer.
Thank you to Little Jess, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram for being our halftime sponsor. 24-12 is the lead for Pleasant Plains here at the halftime break. Cardinals shot it well in the first quarter, Jack. Cooled down some of that second quarter of play. Pittsfield did pick up the intensity on the defensive side, but the Sakis just pretty pedestrian offensively so far here tonight.
Yeah, they've really done a nice job on defense to improve the tenacity in the second quarter, but the defensive pressure by Kyle Weber's squad has been a little bit too much for the Sakis to get in any kind of a flow. And, you know, the day of setting a good pick or taking a charge, where did that go to?
Well, I'd say for Pittsfield, not to go away from your soapbox you step on every game, but I would say that
it's a good one.
If you're the Sakis, you got to turn Plains over, which is easier said than done. They've got strong guards, but that's about the only way Pittsfield has a chance right now to get back in this game, if they can make it more of a up and down contest. Plains with the basketball to start period number 3. On a cool Tuesday night, here's Schallenberg. He's open for a 3, and he'll find the mark from behind the arc, and Schallenberg knocks it home and gives the Cardinals their biggest lead of the ballgame, a 15-point lead.
They were up by 16, actually, at one time. Schallenberg's first points of the night.
This is their biggest lead of the second half.
That is correct.
Here's Graham with the basketball. Around to Bonds. You knew when Plains beat Warrensburg Latham the other night, who again had been shellacking people. I mean, they beat Riverton by 40, who beat Pittsfield by a running clock. Here's a turnover by the Sakis. Grisham gets it into the front court. You knew when that happened that this team was starting to kind of put some things together. Here's a 3 by Johnson, no good. Rebound tipped around and secured by Graham for the Sakis.
Thanks to Carter Frazier for a good job there.
Graham with the dribble against Grisham. Works it on the pass. Louder with a nifty play to tip it away. Who wants it? It's the Cardinals with a takeaway. Ball comes to Schallenberg. He'll try to drive in. Puts a shoulder down. Shot up no good. A rebound hustled after by Schultz. Kept it alive as the Cardinals just out hustling the Sakis on this end right now. Here's Grisham on the drive. He'll go right at Graham. Put it up and in for 2.
Give him 5.
This is the biggest lead of the night on the Ridgeline Sales Group LLC scoreboard. 6:23 to play in the third. Rocky's little flex cut offense now as Bonds has the basketball, looking for Frazier, falls down in the paint. They'll get it now at the high post to Reinhardt. Looks for the opening. That's Graham with it. Needs to set the screen first. Over to Grattan. Frazier at the free throw line. Open look there and hits the shot. Good job by Frazier to find himself open and put it in for two with some confidence.
Third man in the scoring column for the Sockies. They can use that.
Into the front court comes Johnson. Over to Schallenberg. He's really the guy that makes things go for this Cardinals team as they're trying to get back to 500. That's a tough Sangamo conference they're playing in this year, too. Here's the ball now knocked out of the air and stolen away. Turnover just the fourth of the ball game by Pleasant Plains. Grattan with his eyes into the front court. He'll drive in, have his shot blocked by Schultz out of bounds. It'll stay with the Sockies. We saw Riverton earlier. Of course, Auburn's a really good squad. Athens has another pretty solid team again this year. Williamsville, of course, a state-ranked squad in Class 2A. It doesn't get easier for this Plains squad as they start conference play. Now, Clayton Reinhardt was trying to get free on the inbounds, and he could not because somebody was holding his hand, and a foul will be called.
Schultz, second foul of the ball game, first of the third quarter on the Cardinals.
Just like the Beatles, he wanted to hold his hand, but it's an illegal play here.
Carter Schultz not quite the same size as Reinhardt, though.
Or Paul McCartney. On the right side with it is Grattan.
Band on the run, son.
And he's a lefty, so he fits right in, really. Isn't Paul a lefty?
Well, the last time I saw him, he could have been.
Paul's still around. Here's a pull-up shot by Graham, no good. Rebound down to Johnson. Paul the only one left?
Ringo's around.
The Schnoz. Here's a run on the shot, no good by Grisham, but he'll be fouled, and he'll head to the free throw line to shoot two.
Carter Frazier's going to pick up the foul to be his second. First foul on the Sockies in the second half here in the third quarter. 29-14. Bernard will check in after the first free throw by Grady Gresham, who's the only man that shot free throws in the night. 1 for 2 from there, now 2 for 3, and had 6.
The Pike County Express is your local family-owned newspaper. They've been serving Pike County since 1991. Check them out each Wednesday on a newsstand near you.
30-14, trying to get back to that 17-point lead are the Cardinals. Gresham's second, also good.
And into the contest, Xander Smith returns, and he'll sit down Johnson for Pleasant Plains. 4:56 to play in the third, and now a 17-point contest once again. Bonds will let everybody clear up and bring the ball toward the front court against the defense of Scott. Works it off of the screen. Now tries the dribble drive, puts up the right-hand runner. Nice take to the hoop that time by Riggs Bonds.
Bonds, the fourth man in the scoring column now.
Pittsfield trying to string together some stops. Down by 15. If you could make this a single-digit game by the end of the third, you would have accomplished something. But you're not going to do it by trading baskets back and forth with Cooper Schallenberg. He's got another, and it makes it 33-16.
5 for him on the night.
Here's Bernard, bounce pass to Graham, has already used the dribble. Over to Bonds on the left side, uses the screen from Reinhardt. Lob pass in, Reinhardt, good catch, puts it up at the rim, no good, but fouled, and he'll shoot two.
First free throws for the Sockies on the night. Is that on, looks like Xander Smith, his first, team second. Reinhardt to the free throw line, trying to become the fifth man for the Sockies in the scoring column. 4:03 left third quarter, 33-16 on the Ridge Line Sales Group scoreboard. First one up by Reinhardt's good.
McCartney Storage, located on the north end of Pittsfield. A great place to store your boats, RVs, extra vehicles, and more with affordable monthly rates. There's no reason to look anywhere else. Call Michael McCartney at McCartney Storage, 217-248-0011.
Reinhardt gets them both to go down, and he'll get a seat.
As Bobby Harris checks back in for the Sockies. 4:03 to play in the third, and a 33-18 score.
Full court pressure now by the Sockies.
Schultz will bring it across. Bullet pass down low. Smith tried to find Gresham, who Had a bounce off of his fingertips and a turnover on Plains, their 5th. Grattan into the front court to Bonds. Bonds will put it on the deck. Try the spin move down low. Rises, shoots, missed it. Rebound down to Grattan on the offensive side. Around the horn it comes to Graham. He'll leave it out to Bonds. Bonds will set up for a 3. Line drive shot. Clangs off the rim. No good. Bobby Harris with the offensive board. To Bonds, who loses his footing, and it's called for a travel.
The 12th turnover on the Sakis, but Bonds kept the ball alive a couple times. I like his aggressiveness in the last couple of minutes here.
3:31 to play in the 3rd. Here's a ball knocked away by Bernard. It'll be Pleasant Plains basketball length of the court to go.
The Sockets, 3rd in hip-hop. They'll go to state. 1st in Palms going to state. Congratulations to them on the good job this last weekend.
Yeah, that was just their first competition, too. Yeah. So they've got a chance to improve on that routine before the February state finals. Here's a 3 on the way by Scott. It's way long, and the rebound down to Schultz. He'll put it back up underneath the basket, and a nice job by Traeger Schultz to find an opening inside. For Pleasant Plains, he's got another 2 to give him 7. Graham with it into the front court for the Sakis. Ball poked away from behind. It'll stay with Pittsfield as the ball goes sailing out of bounds. Here's Ryan Harris into the game. The freshman for Pittsfield sits down Bernard for the Sakis. So both of the Harris brothers on the court, along with Graham, Bonds, and Grattan. Bobby Harris to throw it in. He says, go. Particularly, he was talking to Ryan there. Out top, Graham. He'll try the dribble drive. Now caught, through an elbow a bit. Here gets the ball free to Bonds. Shot no good. Rebound out of bounds, and it'll be Pleasant Plains basketball. Here's Sweeting back in as well for the Sakis as Bonds will get a breather. Cardinals will have the basketball up 17 with Scott, Smith, Schultz, Schallenberg, and the 5th man is Gresham right now. You know what, Traeger Schultz has a quick first step, doesn't he? Here's a 3 on the way by Schallenberg. Caught him along 2 as his toe was on the line, the referee tells us.
Why didn't he tell me that before I put it down like that?
It's a good shot nonetheless, and the lead is 37-18. Here's an answer by Graham from just inside the arc to make it 37-20, and we'll get a timeout by Brad Tomei. 2:23 to play in the 3rd on the Adams Fiber timeout. It's Pleasant Plains 37, Pittsfield 20.
GSI grain bins are built using the highest strength steel available. This allows you to store more grain to maximize your profitability and efficiency. Buy one now and receive our winter discount program. Mixer Lumber Company, your GSI grain bin dealer.
Sports families, come check out Central Valley Sports, the new facility in town. Located 3 miles south of Winchester at 520 Winchester Glasgow Road. Batting cages, pitching mounds, pitching machines, and more. Open to all ages and skill levels. The facility is available for team rental, individual membership, and family memberships. Be sure to check out the Central Valley Sports Facebook page for more information and stay up to date on individual lessons and camps offered throughout the year.
2:23 to play in the 3rd after the Saki timeout. Their second of the contest. Follow the fiber.net to see all the great offerings from our friends at Adams Fiber and Adams Network. Also Adams Experts, when your computer goes down, they can help you out. Follow the fiber.net.
Nice job by Brian Shoemaker over at Camp Point Central tonight covering that contest.
Central Southeastern and Quincy Notre Dame in girls basketball. 2 state-ranked squads. QD undefeated. Central with 2 losses. Here's a nice pass down low, and the recipient is Luke Schwartz. His shot no good, though. Rebound out of bounds. Last touch by Bobby Harris of Pittsfield. And so it will stay with the Cardinals on the baseline.
Sakis are just a step off of making that reaction as quick as they need to.
Johnson will throw it in here for the Pleasant Plains squad. Looks for some motion on this inbounds play. Gets it out front to Scott. Over to Schallenberg. He wants to have the play shape up a little bit better here. Lob pass into Grisham, who puts it up and in for 2.
Got 9.
Outside defender went flying by, and Grisham put it up and in. Very balanced scoring for Pleasant Plains. Now the Sockey's with a near turnover. Sweeting runs it down, kicks to the wing. Here's Graham. He'll let it fly. It's well short. Rebound put back up and no good by Harris. That was Bobby Harris on the offensive board. And then on the rebound, a foul going to be whistled against Connor Sweeting.
Sweeting will pick up the foul. It'll be his first of the ball game. Second team foul of the quarter. Just 2 on each team.
1:43 to play in the third. Cardinals shooting for their biggest lead of this affair. Johnson with it to Scott. Little pull-up jump shot, won't fall through. Rebound down to Graham for the Sockey's.
His third board of the night.
He'll bring it up with 1:25 to play in the third. Off to Ryan Harris. Harris had the ball stripped and stolen away. Schwartz the takeaway, gets it to Grisham. Grisham drives, little Euro step. Actually, they said that's the Thailand
trot.
2-step that time. And it's a turnover on the Cardinals as Graham will sit down. And back into the contest for the Sockey's is Jaron Lawson.
Just the 6th turnover on Plains of the night.
They're taking pretty good care of it. 1:05 to play in the third, and a 19-point deficit facing the Sockey's right here. As Grattan will try the drive, force the issue a bit. Shot no good, but he's found. Then he'll head to the free throw line, trying to get his first points of the contest.
Foul goes on Johnson, his first, team third. Free throws for Grattan, looking for his first points of the night. 39-20 is the score. Pleasant Plains with the lead on the Ridgeline Sales Group scoreboard. First one by Grattan is no good.
Reelette and Twine, located across from the airport just outside of Pittsfield, your local headquarters for concrete lawn ornaments, statues, fountains, benches, and much, much more. Even with the cold weather, they were making them up fresh with all your greatest statues and figurines at Reelette and Twine. 217-285-5013.
Grattan becomes the next man on the scoreboard for the Sockey's. 39-21.
Grant McCartney in for the first time for the Sockey's, the 5'9" senior, sitting down Sweetie. Pass to Gresham in the backcourt, looks ahead to Johnson. He'll try the drive in to the rim, count it! And he'll have an and one opportunity, as we'll see that again in just a moment on the Northwestern Mutual instant replay.
Harris will pick up his third foul, third team foul, the and one. Comes away for Owen Johnson, who has 12. 41-21, 20-point lead. And well short, Lawson with the rebound.
50 seconds to play in the third. 20-point advantage for Pleasant Plains for the first time on the night. As Grattan looks to create off the dribble. Over to McCartney. After Ryan Harris. Grattan now kicks to McCartney on the wing. Wouldn't mind to see McCartney kind of catching the score there. Here's a pass now behind Grattan and out of bounds, and it'll be Pleasant Plains basketball as Smith is back into the game for the Cardinals, replacing Louder. Plains basketball with 28.8 seconds to play in the third. Length of the court to go. Now, the referees get together and talk about it. And they will say it is Pleasant Plains basketball. Brad Tomey asking if there was a tip.
John, 3-1. You lose.
John Shepard comes over, and Brad Tomey gives him kind of a half-hearted jab at him there. Everybody had a smile on their face. He's laughing. He's having a good time. Into the front court, Gresham with it. Just that little two-step again, and this time he gets away with it and puts it up and in for two.
Got 11.
Second man in double figures. Harris with it on the wing right side. Out to Grattan near the center circle. Grattan over to Ryan Harris. Harris for the three. Banks it in. Harris with the triple. And makes it a 43-24 game after three. We head to the fourth from Volschel Gymnasium with Pleasant Plains on top of the Pittsfield Sockey's.
Game Masters Outdoors in Quincy is your ultimate destination for game cameras and hunting gear. Discover top-notch game cameras to elevate your outdoor experience. From firearms and ammunition to optics and outdoor equipment, we've got you covered. Enjoy free shipping on most orders. Browse our vast selection of high-quality gear and find everything you need for your next adventure. Visit GameMastersOutdoors.com today.
At Farmers State Bank, we believe in community, teamwork, and success. We're thrilled to announce that we've been named the best place to work in Illinois and the best community bank in America this year. Join us on this winning team where your dreams take center court at Farmers State Bank. We're a team. Discover the difference. The best place to bank, the best place to work. Because when our community wins, we all win. Where community, excellence, and opportunity come together. Farmers State Bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Ready to start quarter number 4 at 43-24. Pleasant Plains lead on top of the Pittsfield Sockies, and Jack's got to look at those shooting percentages after 3.
Pittsfield 9 of 25, 36%, 4 of 10 for 40% from 3, and 3 of 4 from the free throw line. On the other side, 17 of 35 for Plains, shooting 46%, 7 of 19. That's 37% from 3, and 3 of 5 from the free throw line. 2 men in double figures. Owen Johnson with 12, 11 for Grady Grisham. Taylor Graham has 10 on the other side for Pittsfield. It's Pittsfield basketball, fourth quarter action.
Southeast at Lanphier playing tonight with 4:44 in the first. A fight broke out, and they stopped the game. Game's suspended.
They've done that before over there.
Too bad. You hate to see stuff like that. And Mara, probably a really good matchup on the hard court. I'm sure some suspensions will be handed out before that's all said and done.
That usually happens in Southern Illinois.
What happens too many places. There's a ball. They tried to enter it to Reinhardt and overthrew him out of bounds. Turnover on the Sockies here. They're 14th of the night. Plains with a full court pass into the front court. Scott was open. He was a gentleman and helped slow things down a bit, though. Now down low Smith. He'll put it up and get it to go for his first 2. To make it 45-24 as Brad Tomave looks to find anyone on the bench at the moment who would like to go in the game. He was not real happy with the defense there, as the Cardinals had 2 guys wide open. Here's Bonds on a drive. Bumped in, fouled on the floor to be ball bounds underneath to Pittsfield.
Plains foul will go on Schultz. It'll be his first foul of the fourth quarter. Line change for the Sockies.
Bringing Brett Ader, a senior, along with Trey Sleeper, another senior. McCartney's back in along with Sweeting and the freshman Bernard.
Coach wants them to sit together so he can get their attention.
Inbounds pass comes in to Bernard, who puts it up and in for 2. The freshman with 7.
He's got 7. Nice find by McCartney.
Here's a drive in by Gresham. Drives in, shot up is good. And he'll have an and one opportunity. And I think that was one of those situations you talked about right there, Jack. A chance to take a charge, and the Sockies just unwilling to do so.
Yep. Foul that time. Ader? Is that right?
Ader.
Ader picks up his first. Gresham looking for the point. Rolls off. Rebound. Sweeting has the ball knocked away for a minute, but then recovers.
Williamsville, another big win tonight. They beat St. Joe Ogden 51-39 as Ader now gets it down low. Shot put up no good as he's fouled by Schultz. He'll head to the free throw line. Next up for Williamsville is a heck of a matchup in Williamsville on Friday night as West Hancock comes to town.
Schultz with 4 fouls now. Ader looking for his first points of the night. First one up, in, out, and good.
Pike County Concrete, we need concrete for your next job or project. Give Pike County Concrete a call. They have locations in Pittsfield and Jackson with the best serve you, 217-285-5548.
Ader with a little move of his own, and he makes them both. I think everybody ought to do that.
And only as silly if it doesn't work.
That's right.
Louder with the basketball on the left wing. Out to Scott. Johnson, who's in double figures tonight. Gets it back now. In the corner to Scott. Pestered there by Ader. Little pick and roll action. Smith gets a touch on the right side. He made his first basket of the game just a possession or so ago. Ball shoveled out on the right side. Scott, good quick step. Drives in off the window and in for 2. Nice take that time by Nolan Scott, the junior.
5 for him now.
Makes it 49-28 with just over 6 minutes to play in the ballgame. If you like basketball the next couple of weeks, or for you around these parts, We'll have the Winchester tournament, of course, coming up on Saturday after another full week this week. The Quincy Shootout, the 24th and 25th. Lots of regular season games in between as well. As a foul was whistled against the Cardinals, that was against Owen Johnson, his second.
Looking forward to getting those rosters and taking a look at those talented players.
Here's a ball swiped in, stolen away by Louder. He'll get it to Johnson into the front court. Puts it between the circles, over to Scott. On the left side, that's Griffin Schallenberg. Griffin is a junior for this team. He'll pass it out top, Louder now. Back to Johnson for a three, good again. And we talked about in the first half, when Owen Johnson gets a chance to get those shoulders squared and those feet where he wants them, he's a pretty good shooter. He's got 15 on the night for the Cardinals to lead all scorers. Sweeting with the basketball for Pittsfield will kick it out to Schleeper. On the wing to Bernard. His three ball rims in and out, no good. Louder secures the board for Pleasant Plains. Looking to add to what is already a big lead with under 5 minutes to play. Louder drives the baseline off to Johnson. Johnson dribble drive. And he is swarmed and fouled.
I think Ader will get the foul if I'm not mistaken. Well, so much for that. Sleeper will pick up the foul. More changes for Pleasant Plains. Louder will take it out.
He'll get the ball into Schallenberg, but it's stolen away by Sleeper. Bounce pass ahead to Ryan Harris, who misses the layup. Rebound batted around, and comes the way of Scott. He'll drive in against McCartney. A little how do you do? Shot no good. Rebound to Smith on the offensive side. Louder now, top of the key, three off the iron. Rebound is saved in by Sleeper into the hands of his teammate Ryan Harris.
Good hustle by Sleeper.
Trey Sleeper, the senior, into the front court. Works the dribble, hands it off to Harris. Over to Sweeting now, to McCartney, top of the key. Ryan Harris on the left side. Sockies, again, they go to to Q&D on Friday night. And now Harris was looking to pass the ball to Sweeting. Sweeting was looking for the back cut. They just weren't on the same page in the turnover by the Sockies.
30-27 Q&D over Camp Point Central Southeastern now as the Lady Panthers have made a comeback.
It's a good contest. You can watch it live right now on Central Illinois Sports. Not that we want you to go anywhere. There's still 4 minutes left in this game, but that's a three-point game. Here's a turnover by Pleasant Plains.
Their 8th turnover of the game.
Into the front court, Grant McCartney. Over to Sweeting. He'll kick it out to Sleeper. To Harris, the lefty, lets it fly, no good. Smith has the board for Pleasant Plains. Brings the ball into the front court for the Cardinals. He now says, Coach, I promise I was trying to pick up that dribble. It has bounced out of bounds on me, and a turnover on Pleasant Plains there tonight.
I forgot something.
You know, that's a young man that has played really hard for this team, though, the 5'9" junior and Xander Smith. Done a lot of good things for them tonight. In a reserve role. Not one of the, there's another Socky turnover, not one of the overall most, I would say, basketball talented teams you've seen out of Pleasant Plains, but I like how hard Kyle Weber's kids play.
Well, they look like Riverton did. How hard they came and played and how quick they were.
Riverton had that size to go with it too, though. So just
these guys can score, though.
Here's a pass on the wing to Scott. It's caught in the corner, out of it to Schallenberg. Now to Schwartz on the wing right side. Schwartz with the dribble drive, going to try to use his strength. Shot up no good, fouled, and Doug Elwood says, let's send him to the free throw line to shoot two.
He'll shoot a pair. Foul on Sleeper, or Ader. It'll be his second. And to the free throw line is Luke Schwartz looking for his first points, and he finds it from there.
If you're looking for top-notch local computer sales and repair service, call Adams Experts, your go-to when your computer goes down. 217-214-3423.
53-28, the 25-point lead. Second one up, High Archer, also good by Swartz. He's got 2.
Cardinals have been good from the free throw line.
5 of 9,
Well,
or 5 of 8.
Okay. See, better than you were trying to give him credit for. Here's Silas Smith into the game for the Sockies, the 6'4" sophomore.
The more I talk, the better they get.
Here's Harris on the dribble drive. Runner-up can't go. Rebound down to Smith, and Ryan Harris will foul him.
Ryan Harris will pick up his first foul, 4th team foul on the Sockies with 2:34 left, fourth quarter. 26-point lead, 54-28 on the Ridgeline Sales Group scoreboard. They'll help you out with all your buying and selling of homes, farms, hunting ground, and more.
Not only that, but hunting property.
Hunting.
Schallenberg has picked up the dribble, looks for an opening. Vincent McDonald has checked into the game. He's a freshman for this squad. Cardinals won the early contest handily as well.
One of these kids is going to come in with a farmer's tan this time of year. Where's he been?
Bermuda?
I
Jamaica?
guess. I didn't see him in Florida.
He'd like to have taken you. Here's a dribble drive in, pull up jump shot. It's off the mark by McDonald, and the rebound down to Sleeper for the Sockies. They also want to remind you to join us tomorrow night for high school wrestling action as Pittsfield has their lone home meet of the year. As McCartney runs the ball down out front. Off to Smith. Smith looking for Ader in the paint. Ader, a nice little spin move. Shot up off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound fought for. Ader gets it back. Muscles up, won't fall. But he'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Nice job working hard from the board. That foul goes against Swartz, his first, team 4th. Free throws by Ader, who's 2 for 2 from there. 5 of 6 are the Sockies from the free throw line on the night. 1:27 left. First one by Ader is no good.
Cardinals will bring Jack Hobase into the game for the first time. The 6'5" freshman, Hobas, excuse me. And who else came in for Pleasant Plains? It's also 22. That's Brady Fisk. He's a 6'3" freshman. What are they feeding these guys?
Second one up by Ader is no good.
Rebound down to Griffin Schallenberg with 1:23 to play. Pass on the left side to McDonald. He works the spin dribble. Now has picked it up, looking for an opening. That's the cutter come through. Now out top to Schallenberg. Over to Smith. Right side to Hobase. Hobas?
Hobas.
Hobas. I don't know why I'm in so much trouble with that. Here's a steal by McCartney. Grant McCartney with the larceny and the layup up and in for 2. His first bucket of the night to make it 54-30. Smith with the basketball, leaves it out top to Schallenberg with under a minute to play. Hello, Hobas, and they'll say he is fouled on the floor, but he'll shoot 2 shots anyway, as that's the 5th team foul by the Sockies. Nice try, Doug.
McCartney picks up his first. 2 free throws the way of Pleasant Plains, and the big boy is going to go to the free throw line in Jack Hobas. 41.6 seconds left, 54-30. Hobas, the big freshman. First one is no good. We can also tell you that Camp Point Central's taken a lead, I do believe, into a timeout.
31-30. I think that was at the end of the third, possibly.
Hobas with the deep knee bend. Second one is no good. Rebound Sleeper, his 4th.
He'll work the dribble into the front court for the Sockies. McCartney with the basketball over to Ryan Harris. Now Smith looks in the paint, nothing open. To McCartney with 25 seconds to play. Bounce pass down to Ader. He'll go to work. Puts his head down, turnaround shot blocked by Hobas, and on the rebound it's a tie-up. And it'll head the way of Pleasant Plains. Cardinals basketball. They're going to move to 7-7 on the season. Here's a ball not taken away by Silas Smith. He'll feed the post. Good find. Ader. His shot is just partially blocked. Rebound to Smith. He'll push into the front court for Pleasant Plains. Drive in. Runner up right hand. No good. Rebound out of bounds with 1.2 ticks to play in the ball game. Stay tuned for the Logan Ag Incorporated postgame show. Inbounds pass will come to McDonald. He'll hold it out, and the Cardinals move to 7-7 on the year. Pittsfield drops to 5-8. We take you to the Logan Ag Incorporated post-game show with final stats. We'll also name our player of the game and more on Central Illinois Sports.
At Logan Agri-Service, we understand your success starts from the ground up. That's why we've been your trusted partner in agriculture since 1962. From top quality seed and cover crops to fertilizer, crop protection chemicals, and petroleum products, we have you covered. At Logan Ag, we take pride in providing you quality products at competitive prices with service that exceeds expectations. Call us today at 1-800-LOGAN-AG or visit loganag.com.
Kate Marable, real estate broker with Hometown Real Estate, would like to say good luck to all area teams and hopes everyone has a successful and healthy season. When you're in the market for a new home or would like to sell your home, be sure to call Kate Marable. Kate is a lifelong resident of the area and has experience in first-time home buyers, FHA, USDA, and VA loans. Call Kate Marable at 217-370-9809. That's 370-9809 for Kate Marable and Hometown Real Estate.
Are you planning on building? Let Pike County Lumber help. Whether it's big or small, we have everything you need. We carry all building materials like siding, roofing, cabinets, decking, doors, and windows, just to name a few. We also have plumbing and electrical supplies along with tools. From building your shop, your brand new home, or kitchen and bath remodel, Pike County Lumber is here to help. We're family owned for 3 generations. Pike County Lumber. For all your building needs, come see us in Pittsfield.
You've tried it, I've tried it, everyone needs to try it. Sugar and Smoke, 1258 West Washington in Pittsfield. Open Wednesday through Saturday at 11 a.m. Here's what others are saying. This place is fantastic in every way. Pulled pork, pulled chicken, brisket, ribs on the weekends, the best green beans, appetizers, nachos, pony shoes, pork burgers, celebrating 1 year in business. Sugar and Smoke, it's time to eat. Yum! 217-922-0067.
Welcome back on the Logan Ag Incorporated post-game show. Final on this one, a 54-30 win for the Pleasant Plains Cardinals over the Pittsfield Sockies. Cardinals improved to 7-7 on the year, while the Sockies dropped to 5-8. Logan Agri-Service here to serve the entire region on both sides of the river with locations in Griggsville and Pittsfield. How about Griggsville and Winchester in Illinois? It's right in front of me. Just read the words on the page. And in Knox City, Wayland, Monticello, and Paris on the Missouri side, call Logan Agri-Service 217-833-2375.
Pittsfield turned the ball over 16 times. Plains 11 on the night. Nobody fouled out of the game on either side. Plains was 21 of 42 from the field, 50%, 8 of 21 for 38% from the arc, and 5 of 10 from the free throw line. 15 points for Owen Johnson on the night, added 3 rebounds. Grady Gresham got into double figures with 13 with 5 boards on the night. Traeger Schultz with 7 points. Nolan Scott with 5. Cooper Schallenberg with 7 points. 3 points from Sean Lauder. 2 from Xander Smith. 2 from Luke Swartz off the bench. Sockies were led in scoring by Taylor Graham with 10 points on the night. 5 points from Colin Bernard off the bench. Clayton Reinhardt had 2. Also, Ryan Harris with a 3 on the evening. Brett Ader had 2 free throws on the night. 2 points from Carter Frazier, 2 from Riggs Bonds, 2 from Grant McCartney on a steal, and a single point from Hayden Gratton. Sockies were 11 of 35, 31.4%, 4 of 12 from the arc, 33%, and 5 of 8 from the free throw line. Plains wins the game 54-30.
Cardinals improved to 500 on the season. Sockies head to Quincy Notre Dame on Friday night, and we're back on the Logan Ag Incorporated postgame show after this.
Grab a Pepsi Wild Cherry and get wild.
At Farmer State Bank, we believe in community, teamwork, and success. We're thrilled to announce that we've been named the best place to work in Illinois and the best community bank in America this year. Join us on this winning team where your dreams take center court at Farmer State Bank. We're a team. Discover the difference. The best place to bank, the best place to work. Because when our community wins, we all win. Where community, excellence, and opportunity come together. Farmer State Bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Shireman Memorials has been serving the area since 2014 with local and affordable memorial and specialty items production. Jason Shireman has over 20 years of experience and is committed to providing his customers with the best experience. With expertise in sandblasting, carving, etching, and design, you will be dealing with someone who has the knowledge and experience to make a memorial your family can be proud of for generations. You'll find Shireman Memorials at 1135 West Washington Street in Pittsfield and online at shiremanmemorials.com.
Aches and pains are a normal part of life, but when they become too much, we have a team of orthopedic surgeons ready to give you relief. The need for joint replacements continue to rise, and our team stays up to date with the latest technology and robotic solutions. Every step of your journey matters to us. And when life throws you a curveball, trust Blessing Health's orthopedics and sports medicine team to get you back in the game. We've got you covered from head to toe.
One size fits all. That may be all right for an adjustable belt or cheap sunglasses, but when it comes to your financial needs, no one wants a one-size-fits-all strategy. Derek Harris is your Pike and Adams County area Edward Jones financial advisor. Derek Harris's most important goals are yours. That's why Derek will take the time to understand your needs so he can recommend personalized strategies with your goals in mind. Contact Derek Harris today at 217-222-7173. Knowing you, that's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Time to name our player of the game. It's presented by Edward Jones financial advisor Derek Harris. Financial investments are important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, parents, and mentors. Derek Harris, your Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Derek Harris is a proud sponsor of the player of the game on Central Illinois Sports. And Jack Owen Johnson came out, shot it well from the outside, made 3 threes on the night, several strong takes to the basket, and he's our player of the game as Pleasant Plains gets the victory 54-30 over the Sockies.
Johnson looked good on the night. He was really aggressive, and, the Sockies really concentrated on Schallenberg because of how he burnt them a year ago. He's just a junior, I think, right?
He's a senior.
Is he? But this is a team I think could cause some problems in the postseason for some people.
That's going to do it from Voschel Gymnasium for Jack and John Hull alongside here. I'm Charlie Hull. Hope you'll join us tomorrow night for high school wrestling action. Right now, you can flip over on the contest, and a good one, 34-all Central Southeastern and Quincy Notre Dame in high school girls basketball. Brian Shoemaker has the call on another Central Illinois sports presentation.